Yeah. Okay, guys, we're here, and this is a mini vlog. I'm shooting content for my channel, and we looked for a venue that is aesthetically pleasing, like the woods. You know, when you can have time by yourself, solitary, what. So yeah, shout out to my cameraman. Yo, Bert. Love. So yeah.
And then they turn the lights down, put on some soft music.
Hey guys, my name is Tal Mareka, and today I'm going to talk about obedience. Okay, in obedience, right? It's definitely gonna be about if I'm just checking. I'm sorry about the wind; it's just very brazy. I'm gonna read from the book of John 21, verse 3. I'm going out to fish, Simon Peter told them, and they said, "We'll go with you." And this passage talks about how leadership, these two lines or perspective give us an idea what leadership is. And if you don't understand, if you could be a leader, so leading, it's not commanding people, but it's like influencing them to do that. Okay, fine, that's not what I'm talking about today, but we'll go with you. So they went out and got into the boat, but that night they caught nothing. Have you ever tried but yet you caught nothing? Have you ever tried with your life? Have you tried a relationship? Have you tried applying, but you still caught nothing? But okay, cool. Verse 4, early in the morning. But anyway, early in the morning, Jesus stood on the shore, but the disciples did not realize that it was Jesus. He called out to them, "Friends, have you any fish?" "No," they answered. Okay, this is where my title is gonna again. Verse 6, he said, "Throw your net on the right side of the boat and you will find some." According to me, right, these people have been fishing for the longest time ever, but then they were not able to catch anything. And according to me, I don't know if you ask me, I'm not a fisherman. I really don't know, I wouldn't say I'm not a fisherman, but I don't think there's any big difference from my right-hand side of the boat and the other side of the boat. So it's not about meters, it's not about distance. So the issue here is think about it. The issue here is not about meters. Look, there's so many fish on the right side. It's not, the logic, science will not be able to explain that. So I'm saying that it's not about distance, it's about obedience. They obeyed. So most of the time the Bible keeps telling us that after obedience there comes the blessing. Because now it's like they've been fishing all this time, and sometimes you will not understand what God is instructing you to do. It's like, God, I've been doing that for the longest time ever, but nothing is happening. So he said, throw your net on the right side. Or was it the left? I'm not sure of my notes, but he said, throw your net on the right side. It is obedience, and obedience is good. After obedience, blessing comes after. Now there's a thing with disobedience, guys, because disobedience doesn't just only affect you, it affects people that are around you. When I was probably in grade 10 or 11, my dad and I went out shopping to Pella, right? And then what happened was my dad went in to go pay for the DSTV, and I was like, okay, cool. I was chilling with my cousin from the back seat. I don't know, something came over me. I'm like, yo, bro, let's start the car and leave. Because my dad taught me how to drive. It was like I was still learning how to drive, and then my dad was like, okay, fine, I'm gonna leave. And then he left the car keys in the ignition, and he said to me, his instruction to me was like, don't drive without any guardians, don't drive without anyone guiding you. Because for me, it was I wanted to feed my own ego. I wanted to feed myself to the point where I can do this, Dad, I can drive. But then my disobedience ended up, I started the car, let's take it to the candy shop. I pulled up the car, and then 3 seconds later, I found myself that I crashed the car. The wheel was it was bad. It was really bad. And it shows that disobedience sometimes it's not meant to restrict you, but it is meant to protect you. Sometimes look at Jonah, God sent Jonah on a mission, and Jonah did not obey, and after that a tragedy came after the disobedience. So obedience is the way that you should live your life. And also on the book of, let me check here, 1 full obedience. I've been reading this book, so it talks about God is God. Because he is God, he is worthy of my trust and obedience. I find rest nowhere, but his holy will is, Abraham, let's talk about Abraham. Abraham went out, right? God came to Abraham and be like, just go to the land that I have promised you. So it is. So it's not safe here. So it's like, so we're looking out of this. There is no one that can give me your stuff. But then it comes to a point where Abraham stood, had faith. And most of the times it is obedience and faith combined that pleases God. God said to Abraham, look, go out into the land I have promised you. Like, damn, God, where that be? Where that be? And God did not tell him, didn't give him a map, he didn't give him instruction, just said, go out and to the land that I have promised you. And it's like, and most of the time you feel like, you don't understand what is God has calling you to be or calling you to do. Just be able to obey. Like, I felt like I was instructed to do what I'm doing right now. Just, it's not even safe here, but I'm obeying what I feel like God told me to do, and my friend is helping me out. So I feel like obeying is, and most of the time your life is gonna stay dormant. If the call of God the call of God that is placed, the anointing that is placed upon you stays dormant, everything in your life stands stuck. Because whatever that God has put in you, you're not exercising it. But as soon as you start exercising what God has put in your heart, you're going to see that everything starts flowing. Finances, friends, that party, it needs to flow. So I thought to myself, like, I'm not going to chill and fantasize about creating content, but I am going to stand out and be like, I'm going to create this, no matter how hard it was for me to record this. It is obedience that pleases God. It is obedience and faith that pleases God. Abraham went out to the land that God promised him. God did not give him a map. It's like, go out, bro, and find the land that I promised you. He started walking. But then in that term, you do not understand how God works. There's a song they said, I have peace that makes no sense. Immediately when you start walking in the fullness of what your calling is, even if you don't have money, if you don't have this, you start having peace that makes no sense. Okay, hey guys, I'm dropping a video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Most of them, please subscribe. I don't know how to, please comment and subscribe. I'm gonna be dropping Christian creative related content with my No, I'm gonna definitely start talking about dating, Mijolo, and all of that. So yeah, it's Antoine. It's wow.